Hello everyone. I hope you all guys are fine. Okay, so today I am back here to start with geometry. We follow the same concept that I have spoken about. We start with the pre-recorded lectures. Okay, so for geometry, this is the first lecture. Now this being a very first lecture, first I'll tell you what exactly you have in this entire subject for 10th standard. This is your index if you have seen over here. Chapter number 1 is similarity. Chapter number 2 Pythagoras theorem. Chapter number 3 circle. Now as far as first 3 chapters are concerned, these 3 chapters are based on theorems. 9th standard में theorem से related chapters किए थे जिसमें given, to prove, to find, solution वो सब पूरा रहता है, statement, reason, column. Okay, so basically these 3 chapters comprises of few theorems and properties and sums based on that. Then 4th chapter geometric constructions. 5th, 6th and 7th, that is coordinate geometry, trigonometry and mensuration, are totally based on formula. There are no theorems over there. So basically if you consider your entire geometry, you can say that it is divided into 3 parts, where the first 3 chapters talks about sums related to theorems. Geometric construction is a standalone chapter and the remaining 3 chapters are based on formula. Okay. Now how these chapters are related to your 9th standard. Similarity and Pythagoras theorem, you have done a bit of it in your chapter number 3 of 9th standard, that is triangles. Then circle chapter was there in 9th standard also. There was a chapter geometric construction in 9th standard. Coordinate geometry was there, trigonometry was there and mensuration. Now this chapter was named as volume and surface area in your 9th standard. So if I tell you your entire index of 10th standard is same like your 9th standard, even the chapter names are same. Why am I stressing on this particular point? Because you should understand that all the chapters of your 10th standard are a continuation of your 9th standard. So first you need to thoroughly revise your 9th standard portion, only then your 10th standard is possible. Okay, and as far as 10th standard sums are concerned, volume of the subject is concerned, it is less in compared to 9th standard. In 9th standard, in geometry, there were 9 chapters and in comparison, there are only 7 chapters over here. So geometry of 10th standard is much more easier in comparison to your 9th standard portion. Okay, now as far as your board exam is concerned, you will be having a written paper of 40 marks for geometry. So basically your paper comprises of 60 marks with option, and from those 60 marks it is compulsory to attempt 40 marks. So 40 marks written paper. Okay, now today we are going to start with chapter number 4, that is geometric constructions. You must be knowing mensuration we have already completed during our 9th standard course. So one chapter is already done. Today we start with chapter number 4, geometric construction. As far as the weightage of this particular chapter is concerned, it will be 7 marks from those 60 marks with option. So once this particular chapter is done today, your 7 marks are in your pocket. Okay, so let's start with geometric constructions. Okay, so chapter number 4, geometric constructions. Now, as far as the geometrical instruments that are required for this particular chapter, you should be having a pen pencil of 0.5 mm with HB lead. Okay. Now, you should not be using a normal pencil. If the pencil is blunt, then obviously your construction doesn't look good and it doesn't come accurate. So it is necessary to use only a pen pencil. Then you should be having a compass, which in slang language it is called as rounder. This is what I am talking about. इसमें भी no fancy rounders, no fancy compass. Method का दूसरा आता है, those are not required. A simple rounder with a small pencil attached to it will do. Then there has to be a protractor, which you usually call it as D. This is what I am talking about. Then 15 centimeter plastic transparent scale. Okay, this is what I am talking about. The markings should be very clear, and preferably use a Faber-Castell scale. Why am I talking about Faber-Castell scale is, if you see this particular scale, there are horizontal lines drawn on this particular scale. When these horizontal lines will be used in construction, that I am going to tell you when I teach you the chapter. So do get a 15 centimeter plastic transparent scale only, and you should be having a clean eraser. Okay, so these are the basics that you require. Do not purchase a geometry box. Half of the instruments which are there in geometry box are useless. It will unnecessarily waste your money. So these are the only 5 things that are required. Okay. Now we move ahead with the sums. Before we start with the practice set of your 10th standard textbook, you should be knowing these 6 basic constructions. If you know these 6 basic constructions, the entire chapter will go smoothly. So before I actually start with the sums which are there in the textbook, first I deal with these 6 constructions. Once I finish with these 6 constructions, then we start with the exercise which is there in the textbook. Okay, now what are these 6 constructions? Okay, it are lined up over here as you can already see. First one, draw a perpendicular to a line at a point on the line. इसका क्या मतलब होता है? That एक line रहेगा, on this line you are supposed to take a point and you have to draw a perpendicular which should pass through that particular point. Okay, this is what the first construction means. Now let's see a proper question based on it. Question says, draw a line P, take a point A on it, draw perpendicular to line P at a point A. Now whenever you solve any particular sum of geometric construction, there are 3 things that you should take care about. First is your analytical figure, which is also called as a rough figure. Then you will be having a fair figure, and lastly a single statement where you have to write that what exactly you have constructed. Okay, starting with the first one. Okay, as the question says, draw a line P, take a point A on it. First I am drawing the analytical figure. Analytical figure में first I draw this particular line. अभी जब भी line बनाते हो, many students make a mistake in drawing the arrows. I am very particular as far as presentation is concerned. Okay, now few students will draw the arrow like this. अभी line और arrow के बीच में ये जो gap होता है, ये gap नहीं छूटना चाहिए. It has to be neatly done. So this is a mistake. Another mistake, few students will draw fancy arrows like this by shading the entire arrow. This is also not allowed. Okay, you just need to draw simple arrows. So this is your line L. Line P, as the question says. Now take a point A on it. Point A can be taken anywhere on this line. So let's take point A over here. अगर आप लोग नोट करोगे, ये जो मैंने A लिखा है ना, एग्जैक्टली ये पॉइंट के नीचे नहीं लिखा है, क्योंकि मेरे को मालूम है आगे जाके आई वांट टू ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर पासिंग थ्रू पॉइंट A. If my perpendicular is going to come over here and if I write my A exactly below the point, वो perpendicular उसको कट करेगा A को. Then you will erase and you will make your work look untidy. So A, write it beside the point. Okay, now perpendicular should be drawn. So using a scale, you will be drawing a perpendicular which passes through point A. Don't forget to put the markings. This is a perpendicular sign that I have put over here. Okay, draw perpendicular. Name of the line is P and perpendicular you can name it as anything. Let's name it as Q. तो ये कौन सा फिगर हो गया? ये हो गया आपका analytical figure. Okay, analytical figure किधर बनाने का रहता है? Suppose if this is the page of your notebook, analytical figure will come at right hand side corner. Even though इसको rough figure बोलते हैं, इसको roughly draw नहीं करने का है. You have to make use of scale and pencil और ये figure around 5 to 6 lines बड़ा होना चाहिए. It should not be drawn very small. Clear? Okay, so this is your analytical figure. Analytical figure, ये wordings pencil में लिखने का and underline it. Then you will be drawing a fair figure. Okay, now fair figure में first I start with line. Line का name is P. Now they are saying take a point A on it. So let's say this is your point A. Now I need to draw a perpendicular passing through point A. और वो perpendicular किसके ऊपर चाहिए? P के ऊपर चाहिए. Perpendicular जब भी बनाते हैं दिमाग में ये फिट करके रखो, जिस पॉइंट से perpendicular पास होगा उस पॉइंट पे राउंडर रखने का, एंड जिस लाइन के ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर चाहिए वो लाइन के ऊपर आर्क बनाने का. अगेन आई से, जिस पॉइंट से परपेंडिकुलर पास होना चाहिए वो पॉइंट के ऊपर राउंडर का पॉइंट रखने का, एंड जिस लाइन के ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर चाहिए वो लाइन के ऊपर यू आर सपोज टू ड्रॉ आर्क्स. सो आई वांट माय परपेंडिकुलर टू पास थ्रू पॉइंट ए, सो आई कीप माय कंपास पॉइंट ओवर हियर. माय परपेंडिकुलर हैज टू be on line P, so I draw two arcs on line P using the rounder. Let's say this is my compass point. I draw one arc here, keep your compass point over here, another arc over here. So these are the two arcs that I have drawn. Now using these two arcs you need to draw more two intersecting arcs. So keep your compass point over here, stretch it till your second arc and थोड़ा सा उससे कम ले लो. Means what I want to tell you is you need to take more than half. Okay, take that distance, cut an arc up, cut an arc down, keep your compass point over here, same distance, cut your previous two arcs. Now you need to draw a line passing through this point and this point. All three will be in the same line. So this green color ka line is what the question talks about. So this is your perpendicular. Use the same naming that you have used over here. So P, A and this will be Q. So analytical figure done, fair figure done. Now you need to write your statement. In your statement you will write line Q is perpendicular to line P and it passes through point A. So very simple, this is the method to draw perpendicular at a point on the line. Okay, now I go to the second one. Now second construction says what? Read over there. Draw a perpendicular to a line from a point outside the line. तो previous construction क्या था? We had drawn a perpendicular passing through a point on the line. Okay. Now in this case, your point has to lie outside the line. Let's see what is to be done. Question says what? Draw a line P, take a point A outside the line. Draw a perpendicular to line P passing through point A. So analytical figure पहले बनाएंगे. This is the line that they are telling us to draw. Line का name is given as draw a line P. So this is your point P. Take a point A outside the line. तो ये लाइन है, इसके बाहर किधर भी आप लोग को A पॉइंट लेने का है. Let's say I take my point A over here. नेमिंग किधर करने का? पॉइंट के ऊपर नीचे नहीं करने का, उसके साइड में करने का. So I name this as point A. Clear? Now my perpendicular should pass through point A and it should be perpendicular on line P. So let's say this is the perpendicular that they are asking for. Name the perpendicular by any small letter. Let's call it as Q. Perpendicular sign भूलने का नहीं. This becomes your analytical figure. Underline it using scale and pencil. Okay. Now let's see the fair figure of it. सबसे पहले क्या बनाओगे? Line बनाया. This is your line P. Now what is the location of point A over here? Point A has to lie outside. So let us take point A over here. अभी मैंने आपको perpendicular के लिए क्या बताया था? जिस point से perpendicular पास होगा उस point के ऊपर राउंडर रखने का, जिस लाइन के ऊपर perpendicular चाहिए उसके ऊपर आर्क्स बनाने का है. So my perpendicular should pass through point A and my perpendicular should be on P. So keeping your compass point on A, I will draw two arcs on line P. So keeping your compass point over here, when I draw two arcs over here, those two arcs will look somewhat like this. उसके बाद क्या करने बोला था, यूजिंग दीज टू आर्क्स, ये पॉइंट और ये पॉइंट, पूरे आर्क का डिस्टेंस लेने का, उससे थोड़ा सा कम कर देने का, मीन्स आई वॉन्ट टू टॉक अबाउट मोर देन हाफ. ओके, एक आर्क इधर, कट योर प्रीवियस आर्क. Then you have to draw a perpendicular passing through 3 points. Which 3 point? ये एक और ये एक. So this is the perpendicular that they are asking for. So ये perpendicular हो गया. Analytical figure done, fair figure done. Now you need to write a statement. Statement में you will say line. Okay, name your perpendicular. Perpendicular is named as Q. So line Q is perpendicular to line P and it passes through point A. Clear? So this is the method to draw perpendicular point on the line and from a point outside the line. Clear? Now I go to the third one. Okay, third one says what? Draw a perpendicular bisector of a segment. Means एक segment दिया रहेगा. Segment का मतलब क्या होता है? It is not going to have arrows at the two ends. Okay? दोनों जगह पे dead end रहेगा. Dead end मतलब ना left hand side पे extend हो सकता है, ना right hand side पे extend हो सकता है. It will have some specific length. And वो segment का we need to draw a perpendicular bisector. Simple? Okay, let's see what the question is. Question is, draw a segment AB of length 6 cm and draw its perpendicular bisector. So look here. सबसे पहले analytical figure बनाएंगे. In your analytical figure, I take a segment. Let's say this is your segment AB. Again I repeat, because it is a segment, you are not supposed to draw any arrows. Okay, segment AB इसका perpendicular bisector बनाने का है. Even though it is an analytical figure, it should be logically correct. लॉजिकली करेक्ट का मतलब मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर चाहिए ना. अभी मैं बोलेगा कि ये मेरा परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर है, चलेगा क्या? ऑब्वियसली नहीं चलेगा. इट लुक्स लाइक अ परपेंडिकुलर, बट इज इट बाइसेक्टिंग द सेगमेंट? ये इतना छोटा सा पार्ट है, ये इतना बड़ा पार्ट है. सो दिस इज नॉट व्हाट इज अलाउड. You are not supposed to take any actual measurements over here, but the figure should be approximately, it should be logically correct. Okay, so be careful when you are drawing your analytical figure. So this is your segment AB. इसका perpendicular bisector, इसका approximate midpoint इधर किधर तो आएगा. So passing through this point, I am just drawing a straight line. So this is perpendicular, not only a perpendicular but also a bisector. Bisector का marking कैसे करेंगे? I'll put a marking over here. Now there is one problem. ये चीज हमेशा याद रखना. Okay? Bisector का marking जब भी single लाइन से करते हैं ना, दैट सिंगल लाइन कैन बी मिस इंटरप्रेटेड एज एन आर्क. आपको आर्क बताने का है कि कॉन्ग्रुएंसी बताने का है? कॉन्ग्रुएंसी बताने का है, तो उसका मार्किंग डू इट बाय 2 लाइन्स, so that there is no misunderstanding. Otherwise the teacher might consider that single line as an arc and you might lose your marks over there. Okay, so bisector sign always use either 2 lines or 3 lines. Avoid single line marking. Okay, so this is your perpendicular bisector. You can name this perpendicular bisector as anything, any small letter. Let's take it as Q. तो ये कौन सा फिगर हो गया? ये हो गया आपका analytical figure. Okay, one more thing. ये 6 सेंटीमीटर है. अभी ये 6 सेंटीमीटर लिखने का कैसे? सपोज इफ आई राइट 6 सेंटीमीटर लाइक दिस, द टीचर माइट मिस इंटरप्रेट कि स्टूडेंट वांट टू से कि दिस मच पार्ट इज 6 सेंटीमीटर. आपको क्या बोलने का है? यू वांट टू से दैट द एंटायर थिंग इज 6 सेंटीमीटर, नॉट ओनली दिस पार्ट. तो हाउ विल यू डू दैट मार्किंग? व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज यू ड्रॉ एरोज लाइक दिस. अभी ये जो एरोज बनाते हैं ना, ये और ये, इट टेल्स यू कि ए से लेके बी तक इट इज 6 सेंटीमीटर. अभी फ्यू मिस्टेक्स दैट द स्टूडेंट मेक्स. अभी स्टूडेंट को एरो बनाने बोला ना, वो लोग ऐसा करते हैं डायरेक्टली फ्री हैंड से ऐसा. अरे इसका क्या मतलब होता है? Do you want to say that this much is 6 centimeter? No, na. It is from A till B. So it is obvious that your arrow should be extended till point A. and this side it should be extended till point B, and even these lines should be drawn using scale only. No freehand lines in the entire chapter. Okay? This is your analytical figure. Okay, अभी fair part में क्या करने का है? सबसे पहले I draw a segment AB of length 6 centimeter as it is said in the question. Previous दो question में क्या था मालूम है? Initial point was given. Either that point was on the line or the point was outside the line. In this case, there is no initial point. I need to draw perpendicular bisector of a segment. अभी perpendicular bisector एक चीज दिमाग में डालो, जिस भी segment का perpendicular bisector बनाने का है ना, your arcs should be drawn using the end points of that segment. Okay, so if I want to draw perpendicular bisector of seg AB, I should draw arcs from A and from B. Keep your compass point over here, approximately more than half. अभी स्टूडेंट्स मिस्टेक क्या करते हैं वो मैं बताता हूं. ओके, इधर लिया, इधर एक आर्क बनाया, इधर से मोर देन हाफ पे आर्क बनाया, इधर से मोर देन हाफ पे दूसरा आर्क बनाया. यूजिंग दीज टू आर्क्स they draw more two arcs and they draw a perpendicular bisector. This is a completely wrong process. Perpendicular bisector जब भी बनाते हो, सेगमेंट के ऊपर एक भी आर्क नहीं आता है. You cannot have these two arcs on the segment when you are drawing perpendicular bisector. Okay? ये चीज का ध्यान रखो. Around 4 या 5 साल पहले there was one of my student, मैथ्स में उसका मार्क्स था 97 out of 100. Trust me, when I asked for the Xerox copy of that particular marks, of that particular geometry paper, geometry she scored 37 on 40, algebra it was 40 on 40. Geometry में वो 3 मार्क किधर गया मालूम है? There was a question based on drawing a circumcircle for a triangle. अभी circumcircle आप लोगों को 9th standard में, previous portion में वो 10th standard में था. So that student made this particular mistake. When she had to draw perpendicular bisector, she drew arcs on the segment. Out of 3 marks, she scored 0. Because of that, she lost her 3 marks, and those 3 marks costed her in such a way that she missed 100 on 100. याद रखना ये point. Okay? Segment के ऊपर एक भी arc नहीं आना चाहिए. So the correct process goes this way. Segment AB. Arc should be drawn from the end point. So इधर से directly draw an arc up and an arc down. इधर से approximately take more than half. Cut one arc over here, another arc over here. Then using point B, cut your previous 2 arcs. So you have this point and you have this point. Just join these 2 points using a straight line. So this becomes your perpendicular bisector. चलेगा? चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. क्यों नहीं चलेगा? क्योंकि सिंगल मार्किंग यूज नहीं करने का है. सो बाइसेक्टर साइन, परपेंडिकुलर साइन, एंड आई एम नेमिंग माय परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर एज लाइन क्यू. नीचे स्टेटमेंट फॉर्म में लिखेंगे लाइन क्यू इज परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ऑफ सेगमेंट ए बी. इज इट डन? पक्का? नहीं, नॉट येट. वाई नॉट येट? बिकॉज ये ए बी 6 सेंटीमीटर का है, लिखा है क्या इधर? नहीं, तो योर हाफ मार्क विल बी डिडक्टेड. मेक श्योर दैट ईच एंड एवरी मार्किंग इज डन इन योर फिगर. सो 6 सेंटीमीटर. ये बनाने के टाइम पे क्या ध्यान रखने का है? 2 चीज का ध्यान रखने का. एरोज ए और बी के नीचे तक आएगा, फ्री हैंड एरोज नहीं करने का. यू विल बी यूजिंग अ स्केल. क्लियर? सो दिस इज हाउ यू ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ऑफ अ सेगमेंट. क्लियर? ओके. नाउ आई गो टू द fourth construction, fourth basic construction, which is drawing an angle bisector. एकदम सिंपल है. एंगल बाइसेक्टर बनाने का है. क्वेश्चन में क्या लिखा है? ड्रॉ एन एंगल ऑफ मेजर 70 डिग्री एंड बाइसेक्टेड. तो सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? एंगल बनाएंगे 70 डिग्री का. एंड एंगल बनाने के लिए इट इज वेरी ऑब्वियस यू नीड टू मेक यूज ऑफ अ प्रोट्रैक्टर. फर्स्ट आई टॉक अबाउट योर एनालिटिकल फिगर. ओके, सो एंगल ऑफ 70 डिग्री अभी एंगल व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट देयर इज अक्यूट एंगल, राइट एंगल, ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल। राइट एंगल सीधा होता है ऐसा, ओके। अक्यूट एंगल छोटा होता है। अक्यूट एंगल का मुंह ओपनिंग पार्ट इज स्मॉलर एंड ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल विल गो ऑन द अदर साइड, ओपनिंग पार्ट इज बिगर। जब भी एनालिटिकल फिगर बनाते हो आपको एग्जैक्टली 70 डिग्री मेजर नहीं करने का है, लेकिन अगर आप टीचर को बोलोगे ये मेरा 70 डिग्री है एंड मैंने इसको बाइसेक्ट किया है, नो वन इज गोइंग टू गिव यू करेक्ट। एज आई टोल्ड यू, एनालिटिकल फिगर जो बनाते हैं ना, मेजर करके नहीं बनाने का है, बट इट हैज टू बी लॉजिकली करेक्ट, इट हैज टू मेक सेंस। यू कैन नॉट से दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर एंगल इज ऑफ मेजर 70 डिग्री, ओके। सो let's say this is your angle ABC and its measure is 70 degree. A, B, C. Do not write 70 degree first. क्यों नहीं लिखने का? क्योंकि मैं जब भी बाइसेक्टर बनाएगा ना, तो मैं अगर जो 70 लिखा हुआ है ना, वो कट हो जाएगा. It will make things look untidy. Try to be as neat as possible. Okay? So, bisector बनाएंगे. Approximately the angle should be divided into two equal parts. Okay? So, yeah. Ray BD is the bisector of angle ABC. Now bisector sign बताना पड़ेगा. So you may put this marking. Two same markings tells you that this angle is congruent to this angle. So basically the entire angle is getting divided into two equal parts and the measure of the entire angle is 70 degree. Okay? So this becomes your analytical figure. Okay, now I come to the fair part of it. Okay, सबसे पहले you draw the base ray, you can say this is BC. Now I need to draw an angle of measure 70 degree. Obviously you will be making use of this protractor. Protractor सबको मालूम है कैसा यूज करने का है. You will keep it over here. जिधर भी 70 डिग्री आएगा मार्किंग करोगे. One thing you should have noticed that प्रोट्रैक्टर में जब भी मैं 70 डिग्री मार्क करने जाएगा ना, यू विल बी फाइंडिंग 70 डिग्री ऑन दिस साइड ऑल्सो एंड यू विल बी फाइंडिंग 70 डिग्री ऑन दिस साइड ऑल्सो. हर एक नंबर दो बार क्यों लिखा हुआ रहता है, होपफुली आप लोगों को पता रहना चाहिए. अगर नहीं पता है तो ध्यान से सुनो. When I talk about drawing an angle, okay, suppose अगर मेरे को एंगल बनाने का है, angle can be made from this point also, angle can be made from this point also. Suppose if I am making 70 degree from this point, I'll keep my protractor like this. कौन सा वाला 70 यूज करेगा? This side or this side? Obvious है, ये वाला पार्ट में यूज करेगा. I'll be using the 70 which is to my right. लेकिन if I keep my compass point over here, sorry, protractor over here, and if I want to draw 70 degree, will I be using right side or left side? अगर right side मैंने यूज किया ना, तो एंगल का मुंह बड़ा हो जाएगा, which is not possible in acute angle. एंगल का मुंह छोटा होना चाहिए. So इधर से अगर मेरे को 70 डिग्री बनाने का है, I will be making use of left hand side वाला number 70. That is why there are two 70s which are written. Every number is repeated twice because you have to make use of that number which depends that from which vertex you are drawing the angle. Okay? ठीक है. Now this is your BC. I want to draw an angle of measure 70 degree. I keep my protractor over here. कौन सा वाला 70 लूं? राइट साइड वाला कि लेफ्ट साइड वाला? 70 इज एन अक्यूट एंगल. अगर मैंने ये साइड वाला लिया तो मेरा एंगल ऐसा बड़ा हो जाएगा, which is not allowed. So that is why I have to take 70 degree on this side. So I keep my protractor over here. 70 degree का marking करेगा and I will draw this angle. So the base angle of 70 degree is ready. Now you need to bisect this particular angle. अभी बाइसेक्टर एकदम सिंपल प्रोसेस है. क्या करने का है देखो. Keep your compass point on B. Using your compass point, एक आंख इधर, एक आंख इधर. ज्यादा आगे डिस्टेंस पे नहीं लेने का, छोटे डिस्टेंस पे, एकदम छोटा भी नहीं, एकदम ज्यादा भी नहीं. ओके, this you draw these two arcs. Using these two arcs you will be drawing more two arcs. एक बार ये दोनों आर्क बनाया, उसके बाद you can change the length in your compass. Now I keep my compass point over here. I draw one arc. Okay, your arc should look somewhat like this. Then from this I'll cut my previous arc. I got this point and my bisector has to pass through this point. तो ये point और ये point join करो. This is your bisector. I do the marking. This is your bisector. This entire angle 70 degree. अभी जो point D लिखने का है, जरूरी नहीं है कि you write it over here only at the intersection of the arcs. किधर भी लिख सकते हैं. Okay, so I name my point D over here. Clear? Okay. Statement लिखो. Statement में I will write ray BD bisects angle ABC. So this is the basic thing that is being constructed over here. So what you have studied? Drawing perpendicular at a point on the line, from a point on the line, perpendicular bisector of a segment, angle bisector of an angle. Okay, now I go to the fifth one. Okay, now your fifth construction is a bit more complicated. ध्यान से सुनना, because this is where students make mistake as far as sums in this chapters is concerned. Okay, fifth construction is what it says: draw an angle congruent to a given angle. मतलब एक एंगल का मेजर आप लोगों को दिया हुआ रहेगा, you need to draw a second angle which is congruent to the first one. Congruent का मतलब क्या होता है? Having equal measure. Okay, question is, okay, draw angle ABC. Let's say draw angle ABC of measure 70 degree. Draw angle PQR congruent to angle ABC. Let's see how. सबसे पहले analytical figure एकदम simple है. I just need to draw two angles which looks congruent. A, B, C, P, Q, R. Angle ABC question में दिया था कि वो 70 डिग्री है. Because it is given in the question, I'll make a marking of 70 degree over here. Angle PQR should be congruent to angle ABC. अभी congruent है का मतलब obvious है कि इसका भी measure 70 डिग्री रहेगा. लेकिन you have to do this congruency using construction. Directly 70 डिग्री लेके दो एंगल नहीं बनाने का है. So 70 डिग्री I am not using over here. So 70 डिग्री लिखो मत, but show congruency sign. Congruency sign कैसे बताएंगे? A cross over here, a cross over here. Clear? This becomes your analytical figure. Now let's see your fair figure. Fair figure में first angle ABC, I don't go in detail about it. You know how an angle of 70 degree needs to be drawn by now. Main part is your second angle PQR जो angle ABC से congruent रहेगा. Directly protractor लेके 70 डिग्री बनाया ना, कोई भी मार्क्स नहीं देने वाला है. You have to make use of proper construction technique for congruent angles. Okay, so let's say you draw the base arc QR. अभी इधर किधर तो मेरे को QP बनाने का है in such a way कि ये एंगल और ये एंगल congruent रहेगा. Okay, अभी what is to be done? सुनो. एंगल ABC का वर्टेक्स इज B. एंगल PQR का वर्टेक्स क्या है? Q. तो अंडरस्टैंड, वॉट एवर आई एम गोइंग टू डू फ्रॉम B, exactly the same thing I will do from point Q, because they are the two vertices of the two angles. Okay, इसका बेस आर्क कौन सा है? BC is your base arc. Okay, आर्क नहीं, सॉरी, रे. BC is your base ray. Which is the base ray over here? QR. So QR and BC, treat them similar. Point B, point Q, treat them similar. Treat them similar का मतलब what I want to tell you is, जो कुछ भी B से करोगे exactly the same thing you will do from Q. जो कुछ भी BC से करोगे exactly the same thing you have to do from QR. Okay, now see the first step of construction. What you will do is keep your compass point on B. Any random measurement, just draw an arc like this. इधर से एक आर्क बनाया. मैंने क्या बोला था? जो कुछ भी B से करोगे exactly the same thing you need to do from Q. तो B से मैंने ये आर्क बनाया. सेम मेजरमेंट लेने का कंपास के ऊपर, Q के ऊपर रखो and draw this arc. Simple enough. Okay, now keep your compass point on this point wherever the arc is cutting BC. तो ये पॉइंट के ऊपर रखेंगे, ये पॉइंट तक कंपास को एक्सटेंड करने का ऐसे, ओके, इधर रखने का, स्ट्रेच इट टिल दिस पॉइंट, आपको एक डिस्टेंस मिलेगा, ओके। मैंने ये पॉइंट पे रखा था, ये पॉइंट मतलब इधर में किधर रखेगा, इधर रखेगा, ओके। ये जो डिस्टेंस है इधर किधर भी आर्क नहीं बनाने का है, जस्ट मेजर दैट डिस्टेंस, सेम डिस्टेंस इधर रखो एंड कट एन आर्क लाइक दिस, क्लियर ना। ये वाला पॉइंट और ये वाला पॉइंट यू विल जॉइन इट, दिस बिकम्स योर एंगल PQR which is congruent to angle ABC. Now do the basic markings. This was the angle of 70 degree that we made, congruency sign. नीचे आप लोग लिखोगे measure angle ABC is 70 degree and angle PQR I have made congruent to angle ABC. So this is how congruent angles are constructed. Clear? Now we are left with one last basic construction where we are going to construct a simple triangle based on the information about the triangle that they have given. Okay, let's see that. So in sixth construction we are going to construct a triangle with the given details. Now the first example which is given over here, all the three sides of the triangle are given. अभी जब भी ट्राइंगल बनाने का रहता है ना, याद रखना, you first have to write the details of the triangle. After you write the details of the triangle, only then you are supposed to start with your analytical figure. So see, sixth ka first part. First, as I told you, I am writing the details in triangle ABC. AB is given as 6.4 centimeter. BC is given as 4.5 centimeter and your AC is given as 5 centimeter. So this becomes the detail. Then you need to draw your analytical figure. Abhi analytical figure, usually you take the longer side as the base, but it is not compulsory कि बड़ा side ही base लेने का है. It is a usual practice so that the diagram looks good, but it is not compulsory. Okay, so I take AB as the base, 6.4, and AC is 5, BC is 4.5. तो AC बड़ा दिखना चाहिए, BC छोटा दिखना चाहिए. एनालिटिकल फिगर में मेजर नहीं लेने का है, बट लॉजिकली करेक्ट होना चाहिए. सो दिस एंड this looks bigger, this looks smaller. Okay, so AB is 6.4 centimeter, AC is 5 centimeter and BC is 4.5 centimeter. This becomes your analytical figure. अभी फेयर फिगर में क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले बेस बनाएंगे. बेस का लेंथ कितना दिया है, 6.4 centimeter. So I draw a base of 6.4 centimeter. अभी I need to locate my point C. C के बारे में you have two details. Which two details you have? कि A से 5 centimeter है and B से 4.5 है. तो A से you draw an arc. सबसे पहले कंपास पे 5 centimeter लेने का, राउंडर पे 5 centimeter लेने का. Keep it on point A, cut an arc. Let's say that the arc comes somewhere over here. Then you will take 4.5 centimeter on your rounder, keep it at point B and cut your previous arc. ये हो गया आपका triangle ABC. Simple enough. Write the details. 6.4 centimeter, 4.5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. So this is how you construct a triangle if all the three sides are given. One more example I will give you where we will construct the triangle where two sides will be given and one angle will be given. Okay, let's see that. Okay, sixth ka second, the details that we have in triangle PQR. PQ is given as 5 centimeter, QR is given as 7 centimeter and angle PQR is given as 60 degree. So there are two sides and one angle. First we start with your analytical figure. Okay, you take your QR, ये QR है, then angle PQR should be 60 degree. तो I'll keep my protractor over here 60 degree. कौन सा वाला 60 degree? Right side और left side? 60 degree is an acute angle. तो एंगल का मुंह छोटा होना चाहिए, तो इधर रख के 60 degree will be taken on the right side. 60 degree का मार्किंग करके you draw this. Okay, this is your analytical figure. Sorry, my mistake. Directly draw a triangle like this. PQR without any measure. ये 60 degree हो गया. QR is 7 centimeter and PQ is 5 centimeter. In your fair figure, QR, you take it as 7 centimeter. Then angle should be 60 degree. Keep your protractor over here. 60 degree का angle बना है. Then on your rounder take 5 centimeter. इधर से 5 centimeter के distance पे you will cut an arc. Let's say this is the point P. Completed. 60 degree, write your basic details. 7 centimeter, 5 centimeter. So, construction of triangles where two sides and one angle is given. So, ये 6 constructions से you clear with your basic constructions that you all have studied till 9th standard. 10th standard के construction के sums जब भी करेंगे ना, you would be requiring all the 6 constructions that we have done today. So once you know these 6 construction, आगे का chapter will be very very simple. So what I have taught you today is smaller constructions which will form a bigger sum of 10th standard. So if the basics are clear, आगे जाके things will be very easy. Okay, so we meet again in the next lecture for the actual sums which are there in your textbook. Okay.